Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Go, Pack, go! It's showtime! And now your host, give it up, Matt Ramage.
What is up, beautiful people? Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it is. No, it's Wednesday. I'm off on Wednesday. Alrighty. But I thought I'd jump on this thing tonight and just talk about what's been popping off. All right, we got Packers training camp. It is in full swing. Packers, Patriots taking off against each other. Like, I was at practice today. I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch practice all that much when I'm there. You know what I mean? I just don't. First of all, today I was a little bit late, and usually I go by the fence, you know, because they got the place where you can like sit in, like the stands and all that. I don't like sitting in the stands. There's too many people. I don't like being crowded. You know what I mean? People, you know what I mean? It gets feisty up there. So I usually watch by the fence, but today because the Patriots are there, it's a joint practice. A lot of people there. I didn't see a ton, but I met some cool people. We had a good time, dude. It was actually pretty lit. I don't like that my name is on here. Like, people know who the hell I am. You know what I mean? Not that they know who I am, but like, this is my page. All right, so I'm gonna take it off. But here we go. But that's what this live is gonna be about. Comment, we'll interact, we'll have a good time. I'll talk about some stuff that I got, some stuff going on coming up. But what is up, Matt? He says, Ramage, so pumped for another year, buddy. Dude, this season is gonna be so much fun. It is gonna be so much fun. Like, we got a lot of new things coming. We got a new quarterback. Like, we'll see like how this offense like gels together. We got a young team. Defense, I think, is sturdy. You know what I mean? What is up, Jason? How you doing? We're having a good time over here. Coach Ramage. That's the thing. See, the point of that video that I made today, me and Drew made a video where we're like, I was like a news anchor and I put like the news graphics on it and all that. It was like the point, because like we're like making a video like talking about the Packers. We're like, dude, we're not experts, we're not analysts, we're not anything. So like, just have fun, dude. That's the content I want to make. I'm just having fun. You know, I'll try to share the news like when the news, you know, newsworthy stuff starts happening and all that. But I want to have fun doing this thing. You know what I mean? It's so much fun. Going down to Lambeau Field is like so much fun. Like for training camp or whatever it is. People recognize me and they say what's up, and people fist bump me, and we take pictures, we have a good time. I think it's so much fun. You know what I mean? Sum up the last 3 weeks, the last week in 3 words. I don't know, dude. Like, as far as like the Packers training camp is concerned, this is like in 3 words, all over the place. I was gonna go 4, you know, all over the place, but I think it's all over the place a little bit in like training camp, which you would expect from a young quarterback. Is like there's some ups, there's some downs, there's some stuff. Like at training camp today, like I couldn't see practice really good, like where I was standing. Like there was a 15, 20 minutes, half hour where I was standing in one spot and I was just like watching, but you know, view was kind of blocked because a lot of people there. But there's a lot of cheers. A lot of things were happening where Packer fans were getting happy. And I mean, I wasn't like dialed in on Twitter because I was hanging out with people afterwards. But I think Packer fans should be like hopeful. But like, you know what I mean? Like this season, I think it should be just fun. Just enjoy it. I used to say that all the time, like even when Aaron Rodgers was here. I was like, just enjoy it. Like whatever it is. That's what people talk about. Yeah, when the playoffs happen, this and that, whatever. Who cares? That's stupid. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like whether you got the last couple of years, last few years of Aaron Rodgers, whether you're talking about like you get to the playoffs and like, oh, you know, whatever, this is going to happen or that going to happen, but just enjoy it while it's there. Like enjoy it, have fun. You know what I mean? I think that's the key thing. Even this year, like we don't know what to expect this year. We don't know what Jordan Love's going to be, but like I'm gonna have fun, dude. I'm gonna be down there tailgating. We're gonna be recording because my mission this season, right? My mission this season, as far as content is concerned, is to show people who can't come to Green Bay like what it's like to go to a game, what it's like to tailgate. I'm gonna go to a bunch of tailgates. video. What are they eating? What are they doing? I want to document for people who've never been to Green Bay or people who plan to come to Green Bay someday and kind of just give a inside look. And then I get to meet like a bunch of cool people, go to a bunch of awesome tailgates. You know what I mean? But as far as the football field is concerned, I think you just got to have fun. Like it's the beginning of a new era. Aaron Rodgers' first season, they went 6-10. This team, like, what are they gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, they got the running game, they got the defense, they got the thing about the defense is like we've always like I've made podcasts for a few years now where I would just be screaming about this is a top 5 defense. We got the players, this and that, and then it doesn't pan out. Or like half the season it does, half the season it's not. But the Packers defense has the players. So the coaches, like whatever they gotta do to put it together, they gotta make that happen. All right, here we go. Let me get to some comments here. That was the point of going live tonight, not for me to just ramble on, you know what I mean? David said, you are literally the only guy I follow for Packers news. Being from Pennsylvania, ESPN and NFL Network is absolute crap for actual real news. It's so true, dude. And I'm not saying that to pump myself because I appreciate that. Because there are like many people that you can get news from. Like I don't break news, I just kind of share it. But as far as like ESPN and like they're like the whole thing with Aaron Rodgers, right? Which I don't really talk about Aaron Rodgers too much because I'm a Packer fan, whatever. And Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets. I got no ill will towards Rodgers. He's going to come back. They're going to put his name up there. They're going to retire all the stuff. It's going to be great. But like ESPN is like reporting about all the stuff that Aaron Rodgers does, and like, oh, he's a good team player. He's a leader and all this stuff. I was like, bro, y'all were like trying to like trash him and drag him, talking about like he is a bad teammate. You know, these 3 players. He played with thousands, but these 3 guys say he's a bad teammate. So you just run the story and you try to drag him. But now he's in New York and you're talking about like all this good stuff. So it makes me like think that the ESPN, all these like big media companies, they hate Green Bay. It's not Aaron Rodgers, not Packers. And they'll do the same thing to Jordan Love. If Jordan Love pops off, that's what they do. They want players to leave Green Bay, even when Brett Favre was here at the end. Like they were always like, oh, they need to trade him and they need to do this because they don't like Green Bay. They don't like their. I think that ESPN is legit mad that the Packers are in Green Bay, that the Green Bay even has a team. So like, I don't like ESPN. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I really do not. All right, what's up? Go Pack Go from Houston. What is up, Houston? All right, let's get to some of these comments over here. James says, do you think Bakhtiari is going to Jets? And did you always think he was going to follow 12? No, I don't think Bakhtiari is going to the Jets. Let me say it like for this. The Packers are not going to help the Jets get better, right? That's one. The Packers are not going to trade Bakhtiari to the Jets, and because they want Aaron Rodgers to play 65%, but they don't want the Jets to have a good year. Mark Murphy, Gutekunst, like LaFleur, all the people in Green Bay, all the people at 1265 do not want the Jets to have a good season. They want Aaron Rodgers to play 65%, so they get those picks, and they want those picks to be very high picks. Right? They're not going to trade away David Bakhtiari to the Jets, and the Jets can't afford it. All those picks are locked up for Aaron Rodgers. If he plays 65%, then the Jets have to give up. Well, I forget how many picks it was or whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But like all those picks are locked up. You know what I mean? So they can't. So what are they going to trade? Like they're going to trade the next year's, first whatever the trade would be. I don't see Bakhtiari going to the Jets this season. I don't think there's any chance that he gets traded to the Jets. People like to all the stories are like coming up or whatever. I think David Bakhtiari is good. David Bakhtiari is like he's not mad. He doesn't hate Jordan Love. Like all these, I get tagged in all these like little fake articles all the time, and it's just not going to happen. Like, will it after this season? Like, who knows? Like, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? But I don't think that David Bakhtiari. This is a good question right here. Do you think Crosby will be coming back? Like that's the thing, because everyone's talking about training camp, because I don't really watch the practice that much. Even when I'm there, I'm kind of like mingling. I'm talking to people, having a good time. I watch practice like for, through the fence for a certain amount of time, but like I'm not sitting there dialed in like around that. I need to see everything. But like the things that I see is like, kicking situation is important. Do you think Crosby will be coming back? Like, I don't know if he'll be coming back, but like, I think that they're obviously concerned with this kicking situation. Kicking not going so great through training camp, but I wouldn't be surprised. But like, I don't expect Crosby to be back. I don't expect him to be back. But like, I think that who knows? Like, we'll see what happens with the young kid. If he's going through some stuff or like I don't know. They have to know. You know what I mean? Like, they have to have a plan. But like, definitely, you can't go all throughout the season like with a kicker that's missing extra points and like doing like crazy stuff. But it is training camp, so like I won't get too worked up. You know what I mean? Anton says, Matt, I honestly think Jayden Reed is going to be a sleeper this year with eyes on Watson and Dobbs. What do you think? I actually think that a lot of these guys I think are going to pop up, and Reed is like one of the guys a lot of people are talking about. But like Christian Watson and Dobbs, I think Dobbs is going to pop off a little bit. A lot of people are high on him, but obviously Watson. But like those are the two guys that are going to get that attention, from the top corners and all that. So I could see a guy like Reed. Like, a lot of people love this guy. Like, I haven't watched a ton of training camp. Watched preseason game over at Stadium View on Friday. But like I think these young guys are going to have a lot of chances. I think that there's going to be a lot of names that we're about to find out that we don't really like aren't really locked in on right now. But these young guys, watch out, especially Reed. Thanks for answering the question. I don't want Bach to leave. Just wanted your input. Means like, hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want Bach to leave either. It just there's definitely like it feels like something, but I don't think that they're gonna trade him. I definitely don't think that. Watson going to have a tremendous season. Yeah, I've been big on Watson like since he got here. He just seems like a superstar. Like right now, like he's a star. Like he's doing his thing. But I have full confidence that Christian Watson is going to be an absolute superstar. Here we go. James says, who do you think will have more catches and touchdown, Watson or Dobbs? See, I'm all in on Watson, but I have a funny feeling that Dobbs might be like sneaky. There's something going on outside. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Dobbs because like I think that they'll be close. But I can see Dobbs like maybe in the red zone when Watson's getting all covered up. Dobbs has more opportunities, especially early on. If he pops off, obviously like that'll change. But I could see Dobbs being that dude that just like the defense is like ain't really ready for. Because I don't think anyone is gonna respect the Packers passing game. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a drink here. I'm thirsty. But I feel like they're not going to respect the Packers passing game. They're going to try to set them run. Say, yo, Jordan Love passed on us. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? All right, so let's get on here. He goes, any guesses on what the Packers-Bears score will be? That's a good question. So let me hit up the comments. What do you think the score predictions? Let's see, because that's my favorite question this offseason. I think I don't know. I think it's going to be close. I really haven't thought too much about it. I just know that the Packers are going to win. But I'll say 34-14, bro. I ain't going to lie. 34-14. That's what I'll say. I think the Packers are winning 34-14. At this moment, that can change. You know what I mean? But it's not going to change too much where the Packers ain't winning that thing. But Scott, 27-14. All right. 20-17 Packers, Taylor. Mark's in the building. 34-14 sounds good. You know what I mean? I think it sounds good. 28-17 from Adam over here. But like that, I mean, I think both teams are going to be going full throttle. I just don't have no faith in the Bears, bro. And I will say this. The Packers-Bears rivalry has been like relived. It's like rejoiced. Because like the Packers-Bears rivalry, I've been like, I hate the Bears. And I've been hating the Bears for a long time. This is not a new thing for me. And but I feel like the Bears fans have been so chatty this offseason, which is like crazy to me because like there's no reason to be. But whatever. Have a good time because I'm gonna talk trash no matter what. But Bear fans, like they think that they're about to like go, top of the NFC. Like I don't understand why. But I think I don't know. I'm here for it. I'm here to talk trash. I'm here to get all dialed in with the Bears fans. You know what I mean? We got one over here. All right. We got prediction 30-27 Bears. I'm not sure the Bears will score 30 points all year. I mean, in one game, you know what I mean? I just don't. I could see Shane says 38-34, Jordan Love, 3 touchdowns. It's going to be a big thing. Week 1, Packers versus Bears, it's going to be a huge game. It's going to be a huge, everyone's going to be talking about it. Is Justin Love or Jordan Love and Justin Fields? I try to mix those names up, you know what I mean? But like, what are they going to do? And that's what everyone's going to be watching, because Justin Fields has got like all this hype around him. Like, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. But like week 1, you know, Packers defense isn't going to be no easy task for him. Jordan Love, you know, like nobody knows because they never seen him play. So everyone's going to be like, all eyes like will be on that game. Great rivalry. And I think it'll set the tone a little bit. I wouldn't say for the whole year, but I think it'll set the tone for each team for the first quarter of the season, first 3-4 games. But it's going to be this season's going to be good. And you know, people talking about, I want the Packers-Bear rivalry to be back how it was, all competitive. I do not. I want the Packers to beat the crap out of the Bears every time they play. I don't want it to be competitive. I want to keep on owning the Bears. That's what I want. I do not want competitiveness. I want beatdowns. I want beatdowns. I want bloody beatdowns. Not bloody like trying to see people get, you know, blooded up. But, you know what I mean? Got to do what you got to do. It's football, baby. But I don't want competitiveness. I want beatdowns. Want to win. All right. Juan says Van Ness going to sack Fields at least 4 times. I like that. And he's an absolute beast. Everyone who has seen him, everyone who's talking through training camp, Van Ness is that dude. Like, how will they use him? People ask. You know, you got Rashawn. I don't know when he's coming back from that injury. Hopefully earlier than later. It seems like it's going to be earlier than a lot of people thought. It seems like it, anyways. And Preston Smith on the other side. Where does Van Ness fit in? You find a spot. You know what I mean? It's a good problem to have. I think it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? We're having a good time. I want Love to take over the belt from Rodgers. I think Jordan Love's going to make his own thing, but like I get it. If I saw Jordan Love running a touchdown and throw the belt up in a big situation, dude, I would die, bro. I think everyone would just die. Everyone would like lose it. But Jordan Love's going to do his own thing. He's going to have his own thing. But that's the cool thing about Jordan Love is like we don't really know who he is as a person, because like we've heard Aaron Rodgers and all these players talk. Like, you know, Aaron Rodgers, right? If you're a Packer fan, if you're watching all these press conferences, all these interviews, all these podcasts, all throughout these years, you know Aaron Rodgers. Like, you feel like you do, right? Just same thing with Aaron Jones. Like, you've heard him talk enough. You kind of like feel like, you know, obviously you don't know them personally, but like you feel like you know their like personality a little bit. But with Jordan Love, we haven't really heard him talk too much because he did what he's supposed to do. The backup quarterback shuts up, you know, prepares, and when it's his time to shine, it's his time to shine. The same thing Aaron Rodgers did. Aaron Rodgers did everything exactly how he's supposed to do it when Brett Favre was doing his thing. And Aaron Rodgers was the backup. He didn't talk. You didn't hear him, you know, he didn't have a lot of interviews like preseason or whatever they talked to him, but you never heard him talk. Didn't chirper up, didn't like complain, didn't do none of that. Jordan Love did exactly the same thing. Jordan Love did everything he was supposed to do, exactly to the T. He practiced, he tried to get better, but like in the media, he didn't talk, he didn't say, "Oh, I wish I was starting" or whatever. Like, he didn't do none of that stuff. So like Jordan Love did exactly what he's supposed to do, and now it's his time. You know what I mean? And I'm here for it. It's gonna be a fun time. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get to a few more of these. You know, Blake says Van Ness better get more playing time than Wyatt did last year for being a first round. Yeah, like they gotta figure out ways to get these guys on the field. They gotta figure out ways to get, you know what I mean? Whatever, you gotta change packages, you gotta do whatever you gotta do, but like they gotta figure it out, you know what I mean? All right, do you get tired of hearing Colin Cowherd too? Like I have him blocked on a lot of stuff, him and Skip Bayless. Colin Cowherd, like, understand this. Colin Cowherd, what he said about, I think he said Jordan Love isn't special, he's not doing this and that. Understand, so what he's talking about is things that happened in training camp and that one preseason game where he played like a little bit. Colin Cowherd has never been to a practice. He's never been to a practice, and he's probably never sent anyone that he knows to come to a practice. Colin Cowherd is an actor. He goes on there. It's scripted. They write it. This is what you're going to talk about. He doesn't watch every video. He has no idea about Jordan Love. He has no idea about most of the players in the league. He just sees what he sees. He's one person. So it's just like he's just going to say certain things. People like to attack Green Bay. They like to attack Packer, Packer players or whatever. Like it was Aaron Rodgers. That'll be Jordan Love because Packer fans get riled up and they get them views, whether it's on social media, whether it's like people watching. It's just what they do. Colin Cowherd does not matter. He knows nothing about Jordan Love. Absolutely nothing. He's never seen him practice. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that whole thing with those guys are just shock value. Like freaking, they're trash. What name did you pick for fantasy? I didn't pick a name yet. It's still like Team Matt Ramage, but I gotta pick a name. I think I'm thinking because I haven't been in fantasy football, I'll tell you, for like over 10 years, probably 10, 15 years. I used to play. I had LaDainian Tomlinson back in the day when he threw all those touchdowns. He was running touchdowns, he was throwing touchdowns, he was catching touchdowns. Oh, I wanted all that year. Then I was like, let me just retire on top. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get back into it. I'm in a fantasy league with Open Book Crew from Game On Wisconsin. I think Tommy Crabtree's in that thing, and a few other people. Mark Deaton, he's in there. There's a few other people, but I'm thinking like I on the prize for a name, fantasy football name, But I don't know. I think after the draft, I'll probably like look at who I drafted, and dude, I suck at fantasy football though, bro. It's gonna be horrible. It's going to be a bloodbath. Cowherd and Aikman are twins. They both hate the Packers because they ain't the Packers. Like Aikman, yeah, he's different though because he's just talking about games. He's just a commentator. But Cowherd's like on the radio or whatever every day. He's just, I don't know. He's just an idiot. I mean, he's doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Get people riled up. That is what he's doing. How about Evil Eye? I like that. This season should be fun with fantasy league, and also I'm bringing back. Let's get to this comment real quick. I'm excited to see what Valentine can do on the field this year. I've seen a lot of people getting hyped up about this dude, and I'm excited for it. You know what I mean? But I am bringing back the Pick'em League. I think I'm probably going to do it on CBS again, but this year I will do a better job. I will have one live podcast every week. I have to figure out like what day I'm going to do it, where I'll pick the games and I'll talk about last week's picks, and I'll not even talk about my picks, but try to include everyone, top 10, give shout outs to people who are doing good. And it won't be me, but like talk about the people in the top 10, show them up on the screen or whatever. And, but the pick'em thing is fun. I did it for the first time last year, but I kind of like didn't do a good enough of a job of like, really getting into it. But, so the pick'em, I'll go through my picks. Like I say, like whatever day I pick, Tuesday, probably Wednesday, probably middle of the week, where I'll, you got to wait kind of till you find out like injuries and stuff, but, for throughout the league. But what I'll do is like, I'll pick my teams and then I'll talk about, or probably first I'll talk about who I picked last week and then, how I was wrong, who was right, top 10 type of thing, and then pick the games for the next week. And, I'll be live interacting with people on, in the comments and all that. But we're going to do a lot of fun stuff this week, or this season. We are going to have a good old time. All right, here we go. Sideline report. Did the Patriots get mad at you for recording their practice? I don't think they knew. I mean, I wasn't hanging out too long, but like I was trying to make this video because I thought that was a funny video. That video I made about recording Patriots practice, I cracked myself up on that one. But I was like trying to make it and I was far away. I was like, I gotta get closer, but then I didn't want to get too close where it was like Patriot fans around me. I didn't want no drama, you know what I mean? But it was cool. It's cool like seeing Belichick too, like when I went around the corner, like the offense is practicing right by the fence. I thought that was cool. I never seen Bill Belichick in person. But I will say Bill Belichick on what is that? That was Ray Nitschke field. He was on both Ray Nitschke and Clark Hinkle field. I would say that it's probably the second best head coach to be on that grass. I think Bill Belichick right behind Vince Lombardi. He's an absolute legend. But yeah, it was cool. I didn't watch like a ton, but sitting up here in Door County on vacation, listening to you having a beer, nothing better. There we go, John. Tonight we'll all have a drink for John over here. Hey, enjoy your vacation. If you're going on vacation, there's no better place than Door County. It's like absolute my favorite place. I always say people talk about like if you won $200 million lottery, where would you move? I'd move to Door County. I wouldn't move to California or New York or wherever, in a type of fancy spot. Move to Door County, I'd buy a bunch of land so no one can be around me, and put a house right in the middle, and have a good old time. Have beer just delivered to my house. That's what I would do. And that would be my life, you know what I mean? But shout out to John. Enjoy your vacation up there in Door County, you know what I mean? Travis says, one time I farted and looked in my pants and I pooped a little bit. There you go, Travis. Sorry. That was a solid comment, but usually that's why I should read them before I throw them up there. Which I'm not mad for throwing it up there because that was an awesome comment. You know what I mean? That happens to you, Travis. Sometimes, you know what I mean. You just got to keep moving on. You know what I mean. Sometimes you think it's a fart, and it's not. Here we go. Which tight end from draft is better all around player so far? Like, I'm not really sure. I think Kraft and Musgrave are both going to be used. Probably a little bit differently, but I'm excited just to have a young tight end group. You know, Tunyon is gone. You know, Bears fans are always hitting me up talking about Tunyon. We have Tunyon. I'm like, all right, have a good time with him. And I actually love Tunyon. I think Tunyon's awesome, and I think he's probably gonna have a good year too. But coming off that injury, you know, kind of like probably lingered a little bit. But I'm excited about the young tight end group. I think that DeGuara, I think he's listed as fullback, but like I think this young tight end group is going to be good. I think just the whole group, wide receiver, a lot of pass catchers are young. They're all going to grow with Jordan Love, and I'm excited for it. I think that's what they want too. Like we don't need to bring in veterans. We don't need to bring in all this stuff. Let these dudes grow together. You know what I mean? It's like a little plant. You know, let it water. All the leaves are gonna grow together. You don't want one all shooting off to the side. The rest are all little babies yet. No, let them grow together. You know what I mean? You're going to have a good plant. I'm not a planetician or whatever. You know what I mean? What a planetarian. I don't know. I'm not that though. I came into live late. What do you think about our kicker situation? I think the kicker situation is like a real serious situation that they need to figure out. If he's that dude, Mason Crosby, I seen him over there, you know, making Instagram videos, kicking footballs. So like if that's still an option, like they got to figure it out. But they have to know, like, you know, because you can't. First of all, when you're like a team, you got a young quarterback, you got a young offense. When you want to kick a field goal, you got to make that field goal. You know what I mean? You got to have a guy that you have faith in. So he's a young kicker though, you know, coming to the league. Maybe he's got the shakes, whatever. But like let him work it out. But through preseason, but they have to figure that out. I think the kicker situation is you know, it's a serious situation, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can you look at Packers schedule and give a prediction on the year? I don't have it in front of me. Like I'll probably make a prediction video because like I really haven't made like a bold, like, or I won't say a bold, but like a solid prediction. But I'll probably do that right before the season starts. But like I expect the Packers to have a good year. I expect the Packers to win the NFC North. The NFC North isn't as tough. No, people talking about like, well, the Packers are going to struggle. They got a young this and that. But yeah, but it's the NFC North. It's the Bears, Vikings, and Lions. Like they're not in the, you know, they're not in, you know, the AFC. I think the whole NFC is pretty not that impressive. You know what I mean? Like 12-5. I see James over here saying that's kind of like where I'm at. Like 10, 11, 12 wins. I know a lot of people are like 8. Some people are less. But like 8, 9, most people I think are at. But I think probably maybe a little bit more. It all really depends. Like it's hard to say right now because like it depends on Jordan Love. Like just if he doesn't make mistakes, even if he is not slinging it, even if he's not throwing 400 yards, 3-4 touchdowns a game, like just don't give the ball away. Don't have stupid fumbles by running backs. Don't have wide receivers popping balls off their hands and flinging it to other team. Like the turnovers, I think is key, especially with a young team, especially with a team that you don't expect to just be all, they're not Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Like they're like a new kind of forming type of offense. Like just don't give the ball away. Don't have tips where it's intercepted. Jordan Love, don't give off easy interceptions. Don't let kick returns go for touchdowns. Don't fumble, punts. Don't do stupid stuff. Just don't be stupid. That is my analysis. Don't be stupid and the Packers will be good. Just don't beat yourself. That's like the whole thing. But let's check it on Dan over here. He has a nice big comment over here. Dan says, I expect the Packers to go 11-6. The NFC is fairly weak at quarterback. That's true when Dak and Cousins are considered among the top in the conference. And that's exactly it. The NFC, let alone the NFC North, the NFC is not real strong. The AFC is where it's at. You know what I mean? 11 would be decent. 11 would be really good. I think 11's a good number. You know what I mean? It's a young team, like you're saying over there. Ron says protecting the ball will be critical for the offense this year for sure. Yeah, because I feel like protecting the ball is like what it's all about. But especially like with a young team who might struggle on some drives, might have some 3-and-outs, might have some situations. Like don't do a slant and it pops off someone's shoulder and it goes interception. Don't like Jordan Love get strip sacked and like make bad decisions. You're getting a blitz and like you just eat that thing over there in interception. Like don't do stupid stuff. Like, we got Aaron Jones, we got AJ Dillon, pretty sturdy with the ball, but like you can't have a bunch of turnovers. You can't have a bunch of fumbles. You can't just play smart football. Defense hopefully does their thing. Stay strong. Preston Smith out there, Rashawn Gary, hopefully he's back. A lot of these young guys are going to be out there. I think Quay Walker's going to have a huge year. I think Quay Walker's going to have a phenomenal year. Like what he went through last year, like all the stuff. I'm not going to get all that, but I feel like he's going to be fired up. Like I'm sure he was all off season to like just show like, don't like, judge me off my mistakes because he had a few last year. You know what I mean? Let's see where we got. Taylor says 5-12 at worst, 11-6 at best. There you go. Let's stick with the optimism there, Taylor. We'll go 11-6. There we go. I like it. But having Gary back from injury is going to be huge for our defense. Once we lost him last year, our defense fell apart. See, Rashawn Gary is like a high motor type of dude. Like I feel like I'm not in the huddle, but he seems like this like high motor type of dude. I feel like he's like the blood pumping through like the heart of the Packers defense. So I feel like him coming back will be absolutely crazy huge. He's an important part of this defense. Darren says we have a solid running back core. Wilson was great in first preseason game. He should make the roster. I thought he said we should. I'm like, yeah, we should. But I think the running back group is good. I think it's going to be a strong point for this offense this year. Dan says one thing that killed us last year was drops outside of turnovers. We can't have that happen. Yeah, you can't have drops. We talked about fumbles and all that stuff, but really you can't. You can't have drops. You can't have drops on screens. You can't have drops. When Jordan Love puts the ball in your vicinity, if you're a receiver, you're a pass catcher on this team, you got to catch the ball. You got to help out the young quarterback. You know what I mean? Here we go. David Bakhtiari to Jets was a post I see and hope it's a joke, and he's back 100%. Yeah, he's not. David Bakhtiari, I feel like there's very zero chance he goes to the Jets this year. They're not going to trade him to help worsen the Rodgers trade. You know what I mean? Because they trade him for picks. He's got to play 65%, but they don't want him to have a better year. They're going to send David Bakhtiari. And what would they trade? What's the compensation? You know what I mean? I don't feel like that's something that's even reasonable. But I've seen a lot of people talk about that. Everybody wants just need a good starting quarterback now. Look at it. We got ourselves a Packer hater. What's up, man? I appreciate you. Always checking in, always hating on the Pack, you know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. But look at we got another one over here. This is a good comment. We'll get back to that one. Where is this? All right, no, we gotta get to Glenn. He says, Young players, simple game plan. That's scary. I don't. All right, Glenn. I thought you were gonna do better than that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Glenn's all right. I think Love will be fine and more touchdowns and interceptions. I think he looked fine. I think he will have more touchdowns than interceptions. He's not gonna have like some crazy year. Uh how many times are you gonna say you know what I mean? I just want to make sure, Glenn, that you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So like that's just what that is. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. I appreciate everyone who tuned in and talked to me and engaged a little bit. This season is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right, the Packers. The whole division: Packers, Bears, Vikings, and Lions. Like everyone's like high on the Lions. I don't think the Lions are gonna do that much. I don't think that they're gonna be like what they were. The Vikings, um, they're gonna be like what they are. Like they're not like a chump team, but like no one's scared. The Bears are trash. We'll see what the Packers do. You know what I mean? All right. But oh yeah, so bro, you drinking beer and a lot for the Seahawks game? Like, I'm not sure exactly what games I'm going to, but this Saturday I will be at the Packers preseason game. But I'm not gonna go to the game, but I'll be tailgating, try to get some content. I'm gonna hit up some tailgates, kind of show people who've never been to Lambeau Field what it's like to tailgate at Lambeau Field. And then I'll probably go home and watch the game. Maybe I'll do a live. I'm not sure. But I probably won't live stream like for the game because it's preseason. It's not really all that deep. But maybe I'll go live like during the game just to chit chat or whatever. But yeah, that's the goal this year, to show people like what tailgating is about in Green Bay, Wisconsin. You know what I mean? But go Pack, go! All right. And y'all have yourself a good evening. You know what I mean? I appreciate you tuning in and being part of the show. We're having a good time. We're going to get the call-in show this year. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff. The voicemail show. I'm not sure about call-in show because some of you guys are crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not sure I can put you on live. But I'm going to try to figure out a way to do that. But go Pack, go! And you know what I mean? Preseason, but football is back, baby.